Devotional number 132, and today's date is September 13th, 2016. We're looking at Jonah's prayer in Jonah 2 this week, and I'll go ahead and read the first two verses. Then Jonah prayed unto Jehovah his God out of the fish's belly, and said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto Jehovah, and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou heardest my voice. I made the point yesterday that Jonah in the belly of the whale, which is a picture of hell or the grave, is really portraying Christ suffering, atoning for the sins of the elect from the foundation of the world. And as such, we get a glimpse of a similar passage when Christ was also praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. And this would be in Matthew 26, 36 to 45. Then cometh Jesus with them unto a place called Gethsemane. And Gethsemane, by the way, means press, like a wine press or an oil press for squeezing out olive oil. And saith unto the disciples, Sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then saith he unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. And he cometh unto the disciples, and findeth them asleep, and saith unto Peter, What? Could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray, that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. He went away again the second time, and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them, and went away again, and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then cometh he to his disciples, and saith unto them, Sleep on now, and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. The Hebrew word that's rendered by reason of mine affliction in Jonah 2:2, and that's, by the way, strong number 6869, is the beginning of a pattern of suffering, both physical as well as mental and spiritual, that Jonah undoubtedly faced, as did the Savior, in demonstrating what he had accomplished on behalf of the elect before the world began. This same word is found twice in Genesis 42:21, but I'll read verses 17 to 23 for the sake of the context. And this is actually the account of Joseph as God promoted him to be second in command of all of Egypt. And again, he too is a great representation of Christ. It's the account of Joseph and his half-brothers who lament the fact that they had thrown Joseph into a pit and later sold him to a caravan of Ishmaelites who were headed to Egypt. And in this passage, the word affliction is rendered anguish in the first instance, and then in the second part of verse 21, it's distress. And he, this is Joseph, put them all, his brothers, together into ward or prison 3 days. And Joseph said unto them the third day, this do and live, for I fear God. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in the house of your prison. Go ye carry corn for the famine of your houses, but bring your youngest brother unto me. This would be Benjamin. So shall your words be verified, and ye shall not die. And they did so. And they said one to another, We are verily guilty concerning our brother, in that we saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we would not hear. Therefore is this distress come upon us. And Reuben answered them, saying, Spake I not unto you, saying, Do not sin against the child, and ye would not hear? Therefore behold also his blood is required. And they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter. If we go to Psalm 25, 17 and 18, in verse 17, this word affliction or anguish or distress is translated the troubles. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. O bring thou me out of my distresses. This is another word altogether. Look upon mine affliction and my pain. Again, these are unrelated words, even though the concept is the same. And forgive all my sins. Also in Psalm 143, 7 through 11, we read where this is the word affliction is translated out of trouble in verse 11. Hear me speedily, O Jehovah. My spirit faileth. Hide not thy face from me, lest I be like unto them that go down into the pit. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. Deliver me, O Jehovah, from mine enemies. I flee unto thee to hide me. Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my God. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. Quicken me, which is another way of saying make me alive, O Jehovah, for thy name's sake, for thy righteousness' sake, bring my soul out of trouble.